It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Next on Madden Football.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Well, the kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up, and we are underway. Off we go in Foxborough. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former second overall pick, now in his third season out of BYU.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And here's Wilson to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Seven, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's across midfield and finally brought down at the 38. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. Wilson will throw again. Open man, here is Cobb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Now it's Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Anthony Jennings gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And they're brought out by just the second Western Kentucky alum to start a game at QB in the NFL. In his 2nd season, Bailey Zappi.
And he's a young man who's always believed in his talents. Didn't have many offers out of high school, ended up at Houston Baptist and put up monster numbers. Decided to take the next step and go to Western Kentucky, and he did it again. Set NCAA records for passing touchdowns and passing yards in a single season. Now the big jump to the NFL. This guy's like a very skilled point guard, knows how to deal and put the ball in the proper place with every throw.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Zappi. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Third down and 6. Zappi from the gun. Got Stevenson again, back-to-back plays. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Going play action here with Zappi. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Zappi. To the sideline and incomplete. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. The play fake, and now here's Zappi. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Zappi going to bootleg out. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Zappe's throw here taken in by Parker. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and 10, Zappe. Douglas with a grab over the middle. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, Zappe to throw it. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Ryland on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. But he gets it all the way down inside the 30. What a terrific return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Keon White got in there for the sack.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
We get another look at Devontae Parker and the Patriot offense.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
67 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Again, it's Stevenson.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Elliott will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Wilson.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back.
That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Running left is Stevenson, down to about the 45.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
Now, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
So here's Wilson and the Jets down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st down, Wilson. It's complete. Lazard.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Adrian Phillips, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
What's the deal, dog? You call it? Let's go. Dominate this.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
It's showtime, baby. To a knee, there goes Zappi, and that is going to be the ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.